can put us in Brady Bunch mode if you prefer or not. You need to unmute yourself. Welcome, Susan. I am so happy to have you here with us today.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate being here with everyone today, and I appreciate everyone being here. It has definitely been a very interesting 3 days. The summit has been fabulous, and then add in that hurricane coming in and kind of getting us all out of whack or a little bit for the past 24 hours. So thanks to those who are able to endure, and we'll keep those who aren't able to be here because of problems in our prayers. So I want to tell you, whenever you're becoming a CEO or you are that CEO, it takes a lot of energy to run a business and to create a life you love while you are running that business. So I want you to think about it, and you may have even felt this during the past couple of days, but have you ever gotten to your Zoom meeting that was right after lunch and you are so tired, or your energy has gotten so low that you can feel your head starting to nod, and then it kind of jerks, and you feel your eyes open up? Raise your hand if you've ever had that happen to you. Yeah, or even you have been in a meeting live and you want to put your hand on your chin on your hand, and you can feel your head start to nod. Well, there's several things that we can do to keep up our energy levels so that we are able to stay awake and be alive and be present in any meeting or at any time we choose. So today I'm going to share with you 3 tips that can bring you energy or give you energy and help you to beat that midday slump. The first one that I'll talk to you about or share with you might surprise you, because oftentimes you don't hear hydration talked about around energy. How many of you here drink half your body weight in water every single day? Do we hear that over and over again? You can put me in the chat or raise your hand, right? We do. We hear that over and over again. But what we don't ever hear it talked about is how that can relate to your energy level, right? Drinking water, being hydrated, won't necessarily give you the energy, but it does help you prevent being fatigued or tired. So why is that important to having that energy during the day? When you are hydrated, your brain is able to work at its best ability, right? It is able to send neurosignals all throughout the body. You are able to maximize your physical abilities as well as your mental abilities when you are hydrated. It also gives you the ability to energize your muscles. So that is why we need to stay hydrated. I do have a question. How many of you have ever thought about hydration or drinking your water in relationship to your energy level? If you have, just type me in the chat. It's one of those things that I rarely hear it. I hear it more. All right, I see a few of you who have heard drink your water for your energy level, and I appreciate that. And Tracy, I hope now you'll think about it moving forward. So there's a couple of tips that I like to think about when I think about drinking my water and staying hydrated. Oftentimes I get up in the morning and I drink my full cup of water first thing in the morning. It's the best thing you can do for your body. You can add lemon juice to it, or you can drink your apple cider vinegar, but your water mix blended in that is one of the best things that you can do for your body. And then I may wait an hour or two and go and I'll work out. And after I work out, I'll drink another cup of 2 of water. And then I might not drink any more water till later in the day. And I think, okay, I've already had half my body weight in water for the day. But guess what? I found out I was still dehydrated. And how could that be? Well, here's a trick that will keep you hydrated through the day. Every hour on the hour, drink 8 to 10 sips of water. And when you do that, you are drinking that cup of water all through the day, and that is going to help you stay energized and hydrated. Another thing that I use when you're on Zoom calls, or even when I'm in a meeting, I always have something with me that has water in it. And I follow the rule, see a sip, take a sip. So yesterday I drank a lot more water than I might would have normally, because when I saw Haley pick up her cup and take a sip, guess what? I picked up mine and I took a sip. And so I was sipping a lot more throughout that day. So see a sip, take a sip. Drink 8 to 10 sips of water every hour on the hour. And that is the easiest way to get in your water and stay hydrated. That will help to boost your energy, especially your brain energy. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate that in your comment, that, I had never thought about it that way until about 3 or 4 months ago. And someone suggested to drink the 8 to 10 sips every hour on the hour. And then I was coached or at a meeting, a large conference, when the speaker on the stage said, see a sip, take a sip. And I thought, I will always live by that. So I appreciate that. So the next thing, monkey see, monkey do. Yes, I love that. Easy, easy. Monkey see, monkey do. I won't forget that either, Leslie. So the next thing is going to be something that really will not surprise you, or the second tip, movement. And, our bodies are created to move. I love to exercise. And guess what? I hate to exercise. Anybody else have that love-hate relationship in there? I see some hands up. Absolutely. But our bodies are made to move. And it's when we move that we are able to reduce tiredness and have energy, physical energy, mental energy. Yes, I see there. Thank you so much, Leslie. When you get moving, it creates energy in your body, right? And there always needs to be this balance of energy intake, energy output. It's a beautiful dance between what we give and take, or what we put in. So, like I said, I have this love-hate relationship with exercising. There have been times when I've over-exercised, or times when I've under-exercised. But now that I've realized how important it is just to move my body and find something, there are days when we are sitting at our computers so long. Two things are happening. We're sedentary. It causes our energy levels to go down. Right? And the third thing that is happening is our shoulders are coming forward, which is closing in our chest. And when I see a couple of you straightening up, I love it. When we start to close in our chest, it makes it harder for us to receive, whether it's receive information or receive love or receive energy. So when we exercise, it helps to open us up. So what are some tips that you can do to get your body moving, producing those endorphins that help create that energy in your body? There's several things. When you're sitting at your desk, are most of us sitting right now? Probably. While we're sitting here, if you're not on Zoom, or you could turn it off for just a second or two and just take your arms and lift your arms up over your head, or stick them out to the side and start. I see ya. I love it. Stick them out to the side. Do forward circles. Do back circles. These are things that are so easy to do sitting here at your desk. Another great way to get moving at your desk is just put your feet on the floor and stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. I love to put on my favorite song. It might last 2.5 minutes. It might last 4 minutes, depending on my mood that day. But all you have to do is move and stand up and sit down for that one song, that 3 minutes of movement will increase your energy level like you've never believed before. And somebody I see, Annie has a standing desk. Standing desks are awesome. What I have learned when I have one of the desks that goes up and down. So sometimes I'm sitting and sometimes I'm standing. I prefer to stand, but oftentimes when I'm at my standing desk, what I'll do is I'll take my stand on both feet and then take like your right foot and take it out to the side, in and out, maybe 10 times, then switch and do the other. Another great thing to do at your standing desk is tree pose. Are you all familiar with tree pose from yoga? If you've ever heard of it. So if you're standing at your standing desk, you can do this simply by crossing one foot on top of the other, or you can bring it up to your calf. Or if you've practiced, you can bring it all the way up to your inner thigh. The only thing you do not want to do when you're doing tree pose while standing at your desk is to put your foot on your knee, because that can cause it to push out. Doing tree pose does a couple of things. That grounds you and gives you energy flowing, because it's also helping to balance you. So it is helping you with your balance as well as your grounding. So that's one great tip, moving at your desk. But let's talk about walking. I know Haley went outside yesterday in the pouring down rain to walk her dog. And years ago, and Haley might have been this way too, I can tell you, in that rain yesterday, I would not have gone outside to walk my dog. I would have let it out and watched it. When I got my German Shepherd puppy 19 months ago, 16 months ago, I promised that I would walk her every single day. And I do. Every single day. We've missed an ice day. We did miss that. But when you get outside and walk, that does a lot of things for our energy level. And I want to talk about it. I like to walk typically in a 45-minute block. And you're correct, Ida. It totally releases stress. It gives you a great time to meditate or just to be outdoors. Recently, I had one of my docs suggest to me to break my walking up into 3 15-minute sections a day. And I'm like, but wait, why would I want to do that? I'm walking for exercise. She said, well, we need you to get back into your circadian rhythm. I am a typical great sleeper. A lot of people are not. But when you get into your circadian rhythm, you sleep well, you wake up rested, and then you have your energy for the day. So what she suggested is this. I wake up in the morning and I walk 15 minutes. When you do that, you are starting your day out with the circadian rhythm, and you're getting energy from the sun as it is coming up. It's saying, good morning. Here you go. Here's this day. Let's make it happen. And here's your energy, right? And then when you walk at noon, where's the sun? It's more straight up, high energy, full energy. So when you walk at noon, that is when you're getting that great vitamin D and that energy. So you come back in to sit at your desk, you're sitting at that Zoom call, and guess what? Your head is not falling quite so hard. You're not losing as much energy. You've gained energy from that noon sun. And then the final 15-minute walk of the day is as the sun is starting to set. And the reason that you walk at that time of day, at night, it signals to your body it's time to make melatonin. And what do we need? Why do we need melatonin? We need that melatonin to get a great night of sleep. If you have trouble sleeping, try, even if you don't walk the other 2 times a day, try to get outside for 10 to 15 minutes as the sun is starting to set, or after your dinner. and see if that starts signaling to your body to get to start making melatonin and helps to improve your sleep. As I mentioned, I am not a poor sleeper. I sleep great, but I have a lot of great tips about sleeping, and that's for another day. But truthfully, getting out there and letting your body know to create that melatonin. So when you get a great night's sleep, you will have more energy for the day. So can we all agree that being hydrated helps us have more energy throughout the day, and having some type of movement is also going to up our energy levels and help us to feel better all day long? Everybody good? Thumbs up. Yep. Hands up in the air. I see it. Yes, yes, yes. So the third thing that I like to think about when I think about energy and breaking that midday slump, or anytime I need energy, might come as a little surprise to you as well. It may not. Breath work. I believe that learning to use your breath, it is the most inexpensive tool you have to help take control of your body. I see the clapping hands. Thanks, Tiff. Yes, your breath is a powerful tool, and it can help you with all of your energy levels. Most of the time, I am teaching pranayama to clients who are needing to learn how to calm down or learning how to reduce stress, right? And so we use one of my favorite breathing techniques. It's the 4-7-8, which is created by Dr. Andrew Weil. That breathing technique is wonderful if you are looking to calm down. You inhale to the count of 4, you hold it to the count of 8, and then you exhale with pursed lips. That means your lips go like that. You exhale for pursed lips, making a sound to the count of 8. So it's inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8. You do this no more than 4 times in one round, and you do not do more than 3 rounds in a day. It sounds like Lamaze. But Leslie, you know, we did in Lamaze learn these breathing tips, and it's no wonder, because when you can learn to focus on your breath, it takes you away from pain, it takes you away from stress, it takes you away from anxiety. It releases cortisol, reduces cortisol in your body, just all those good things. So I agree that it is, but it's that, once again, it's getting that beautiful dance between the CO2 and the oxygen in your body. But here's my thing. Here's my question for today. Have you, Kim, you don't take time to breathe enough. Interesting fact, most of us breathe more than we actually need to in a given day. When we practice breath work and become a better breather, then we breathe less. It becomes much more efficient. Think about your endurance athletes. Think about your Navy SEALs. These people are taught breath work. And I can tell you, I played tennis. And when I first learned breath work there, my coach used to tell me, inhale when I threw the ball up, exhale when I hit it in my serve. And it was amazing at the difference in my serve just using my breath made, right? Kind of crazy thought. But if you need energy, so you're tired, it's the midday, and you need energy to get up and get going, what can you do using your breath to create energy? What you might want to try is a practice called a double breath. Now, if you have pulmonary problems, if you are pregnant, this is not a technique for you to try, okay? But otherwise, you can do what we call a double breath. You take a short inhale through your nose, then you take in a long inhale, so it's a double breath. You go, And then you exhale a little bit through your nose, and then you finish exhaling through your mouth. And you want to do this only 5 times. If you start to feel lightheaded, stop. But remember, if you're pregnant, no. If you have pulmonary problems, no. That's not the time to try it. But it's a very simple double breath. And you would be surprised at how much that will make a difference in your energy. So Cheryl, if you have not been practicing any breath work, you might want to go back and try the 4-7-8, or you could do 3-second inhale, 3-second exhale, 3-second inhale, 3-second exhale. And that could be that your body just needs to adjust that CO2 level and that O2 level. Okay. But the trick, you did a great thing. One breath, I'm lightheaded. Stop. That's where you need to stop. But learning to use your breath for energy, whether it is to increase your energy or decrease your energy, is a great tool to have, because it doesn't cost anything. And guess what? You always have it with you. So I hope that these have been 3 tips that might cause you to think about simple things that you can do to increase your energy levels. And I love to think about nature and think about what is happening around me. And in the fall, we pay attention to the trees, right? The trees are changing, their leaves are changing, they're falling off. Well, we have a gorgeous dance that happens with our trees. We give off CO2 when we exhale, and our trees need that to grow. So then they're giving us the oxygen back as we inhale. So we have that going along. Then as we are moving, we are creating endorphins in our body that make us feel better and give us the energy to create the life we love and do this while we're running our business, because that's really important. And then the final thing is, see a sip, take a sip. Did y'all see Haley? That's how I drank a lot of water yesterday. I love that. But when you stay hydrated, you are giving your brain what it needs to send neurotransmitters throughout your body to keep your energy levels up and to have a great day. So if anything that I have talked about here has resonated with you today, you might want to click on the link that Haley is going to drop in the chat, and you can get my 7 daily habits that will have you energized so you can create a life you love while running your business and feel radiant. And then if you maybe would like a little more and would love to have a conversation with me, in just a minute, I will drop another link where you can join me for a 20-minute Radiant Blueprint session. In that session, I'll ask you some questions and we will go through and discover a tip or 2 where energy is blocked and something that you might can do to regain your energy to create the life you want and run your business. Thank you all for your time. Haley, thank you so much for having me today. And I have thoroughly enjoyed this summit.